Yo, back at you with another episode coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com. Offer of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Yes, sir. It's official. Like a referee with a whistle. You know what I'm saying? Like, share the video, and all that good stuff, man. I'm gonna do what I always do. Talk that talk. And more than the best thing I like is make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. That's the most important thing of all. Is when you say something, make it make sense. I'm a practical thinking guy. That's it. I'm not slick. I don't pander and cater to women. I don't do any of that. I just make it make sense. There's whatever comes out of my mouth, men and women can relate in most situations. If you're over the age of 30, for sure. If you're in your 20s, hey, just keep living. You know what I'm saying? But I see things. I talk about things from a man's perspective because I'm a man, and most of the guys that follow me, or most of the people that follow me on this channel, just happen to be men. That's the majority. Now, if a woman comes on here and asks me a question, okay, maybe I'll be able to understand her question from a woman's point of view, and I'll more than likely I'll answer it from a woman's point of view. But that doesn't happen very often. Mostly guys come on here and we shoot the shit. And that's it. And whatever they choose to do or take my advice or do otherwise, that's on them. Everyone has to make their decision and live their life and make decisions that's in the best interest for them. That's why I always say. So, with that being said, this episode was brought to my attention because of the Lori Harvey and what's the gentleman name? Michael B. Jordan. They split up, and the follower was like, maybe it was because of Lori Mike didn't respect Michael B. Jordan's leadership, and I was like, well, maybe, we don't really have no way of knowing that for a fact. We only hear what the reports put out. We don't really know why they really split up. The reports just said, hey, she wanted to hang out. She wasn't ready to commit. And Michael B. Jordan wanted to, he was looking to, take the relationship to the next level and whoop-de-doo. That's all we know. But we don't really know if that's true. People tend not to put out the whole story. And I wouldn't either, to be honest with you. If I was a celebrity, I would put out what I want to put out. I wouldn't put out just because I want my fans to know the truth of what's going on in my personal. Hell no. I wouldn't even be thinking like that if I was a celebrity or a public figure. No. I mean, if it was up, let me tell you something. Most celebrities, they have relationships and they never say shit about it. They never say anything. So there's the majority of relationships you see on social media or in mainstream media. The reason why you see it is because they want you to see it. But what about the relationships behind the scenes that you never see or you never hear about? Because they don't want you to know about it. That's what it is. You only see what they want you to see. Me and you. That's how most celebrities and entertainers do. And see, this is why, and a lot of these, your favorite entertainer, favorite celebrity, you wouldn't like them if you got a chance to hang around them. You wouldn't like them no more. You would be like, you really a lame. I'm telling you, if you hung out with your favorite entertainer, celebrity, actress, actor, at the end of the day, you'd be like, I don't really like you no more. You gotta change my whole perspective of you within 6 hours of hanging out with you. Damn. I'm telling you. It happened. I've had people tell me this. Most of these people, they're just regular people. They just happen to be good at whatever they do, or whatever they did, or whatever they used to do. And they found a way to use it to make a living. They cut deals or did whatever they had to do to attain whatever goals, dreams, ambitions, whatever, And they just got a little bit more money than you. That's it. What the hell is a celebrity anyway? And what the hell is a celebrity? No one can really give a definition, what it really is. People throw out a bunch of definitions, but no one really, they're just making up some shit, man. Who votes? Who's the person or persons that say, hey, I'm going to nominate this person to be a celebrity? Who are these people who has the power to do that? Is it one person or is it a group of people? Is it somebody in Hollywood or somebody in these big publishing companies? I mean, who has that? I always wondered about this shit. Who has the power to say, hey, we're going to blow you up and you're going to be rich and famous? Who is that person or persons? I always wondered about that shit. Maybe it's just me, because it ain't about talent. It's not about talent, because talent is overrated. Talent is overrated. The best basketball player ain't in the NBA. The best let's say the best wide receiver ain't in the NFL. Everybody can't everybody can't go pro. It only but so many slots. And it ain't about how good you are all the time. No, you got to be in the right place, right time, right team, right coach, right scout, right college, right, man. There's so many goddamn things, man, that comes into play. One person don't like you, it's over. Just like that. It's over. If you get in trouble with a cop, it's over. It's over. My nephew was the top 5 player in Horry County. Like this was like 10 years ago. He was the top 5 player in Horry County. He was a quarterback, right? He got scholarships. Shit, you name them. Notre Dame, Penn State, Clemson, USC, Florida State, Miami. He had scholarships every fucking where. He got stopped by a cop one night. He had a bag of weed in his pocket. And that was it. It was over. His future college football career was over one night when he got stopped by a cop, a state trooper. And when he got stopped by that cop, I don't know how they found out who he was. I really don't know. But I know 2 days later, he made front page of Myrtle Beach, the front page of the newspaper in Myrtle Beach. Yep. He made front page of the newspaper in Myrtle Beach. And that shit, and that was it. It was over. And he was top 5 in the county. Easy. Killing them. Dominating. They went I think they lost one game the whole year. They went to state championship. Well, I think it was like 3A school at the time. He went to wait a minute. What high school he went to? He went to I forgot the high school he went to. I think it was Carolina. I forgot the name of that shit. You know. Yeah, killing them. You know. So talent is that shit is overrated. It really is. You know. Even because I've heard a lot of players in the NFL, in the NBA, talk about even when they made it, as they get older, a lot of these teams try to they start playing little games and running little schemes trying to get rid of them. So let's take a wide receiver, for example. A wide receiver, once they hit like 32, 33, 34, they're trying to get rid of your ass. When you hit 32, 33, 34, 35, you out of there. 35 is like the cutoff age. 35, you're going to have to be a backup receiver. You ain't starting. They got them young boys. Only way you be starting is if you somebody get hurt or some shit like that. You know, and then if they want to get rid of you, all of a sudden you go from the first read to the second read to the fourth read to no read. God damn. And then on top of that, the sports correspondents that call the games, they'll start sabotaging you. They'll say, hell, he missed a step. He's not the player he used to be. But the reason why he's not the player he used to be, because they don't throw the ball to him no more. Hell, if you don't throw the ball to anybody, of course they're not going to be the player they used to be. I don't give a damn how fast you are, how much talent you have. So the whole thing is a setup. But they'll use that to try to get rid of the player, especially if you got bonuses that you have the potential to reach, but they'll take you out to make sure you don't reach them. You know? So that's why I said talent is overrated, man. It really is. If you're not with the right team, or if you're in sports, for example, you get aged out the game, they want to get rid of you. They just find all kind of ways to get rid of you. You know, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. You're just a player. You ain't no coach. You can get mad, but you still can't do nothing about it. You know, you can ask for a trade. Today, you can ask for a trade today. You couldn't do that back in the day. Couldn't do that. Wasn't no free agency. You know, wasn't like that. But you can't ask for a trade today. That's one good thing. You know. You can't ask for a trade, man. But, you know. But I digress. You know. It's just a different different game today that we playing out here today, man. You know what I'm saying? What up, Michael Black Panther? He could have been set up. Yeah, it could have been set up. Yo, smash the like button, share the video. Smash the like button, share the video. You know, what the hell? Oh, what? That's weird. Yeah. But anyways, man. So, you know, like I said with Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan, we really don't know what happened. But it's one thing I can say is a lot of women in North America, especially, you have to understand a lot of women, when they say things like, well, I want to hang out, have fun, I ain't ready for a relationship, I ain't ready to commit. That's not really true. You know, that's not really true. You know, that's
Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
a lot of times, a lot of women think they want a relationship with certain guys and they get into it and they figure out real fast that they're just not ready. And that's okay. That's okay if they're not ready. And this is why I say you don't really know what you want until you get it, until you get a taste of it. You know, no one really knows what they want until they really get a taste of it. You know, because we might have an imagination or an idea what it might be like, but we really don't know. And women are great. They're great. They're good at imagining things and they're good at having dreams and they're very delusional at the same time, right? So she probably was thinking, hey, you know, I like this guy. I like he's an actor, one of the top guys in Hollywood. You know, I like hanging out with him and everything. But you know, I ain't really built for this. I don't really, you know, I don't know if I can handle this. This might be over my head. This might be something that, you know, I can't, maybe I'm not willing to learn. or maybe I don't have the mental capacity to be with this man for whatever reason. And that's okay too. That's okay too. Everything is not for everybody. You know what I mean? And you have a lot of women in North America. They don't like when a lot of black women, especially, and well, you got a lot of rebellious ass white women out here too now. I forgot about that. But a lot of women in North America, just across the board, they don't like when guys tell them what to do. They don't like when certain guys take a leadership role. They just have a problem. Some women have a problem with that, and they've been conditioned to be that way. There's a lot of women have a big problem with that today. And I think a lot of it has to do with the opportunities that women have been given. And a lot of guys get mad and be like, well, look at how these women are acting. Well, who gave women the opportunities that they have? Some guy created the opportunities so women can have them. So women just take it. So you can't really get mad. If the opportunity is there, the woman going to take it. I mean, that's self-preservation. That makes sense to me if you really think about it. So, women, a lot of women out here they're doing the most. They're doing what they want to do. You might say, hey, man, she's crazy as cat shit. But that's okay, too. You can say that. She's just not for you. Now, maybe she
belongs to the streets.
Maybe she belongs to the streets. She might not be for you, and that's okay. But check this out. There's the woman that you pass by, there's some simp ass dude that's willing to take that woman. And see, that's the problem in North America. You have a lot of guys out here. I'm gonna say most guys. Today, it's across the board today. I see it when I'm out and about all the time. Most guys don't have no standards. They have no standards today. You guys will date overweight, fat women and be proud of it. And they won't say anything to the woman either. They won't say anything. They'll be like, well, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to hurt her feelings, man. She won't give me none tonight and all that crap. Whatever. And see, that's the problem. And then you sit back and complain when she becomes rebellious because you let too much slide as a man. And now she feels like, well, you ain't had a problem with her before because you ain't ever said nothing before. So you give them an inch, they take a mile. That's usually how that works. And just like let's take a woman like a 25-year-old woman like Lori Harvey, right? Now, she says a lot of these women are just like her. They got the same mindset. They want to get out here and go party and waste their youth. And by the time they hit, 35, late 30s, now they're looking to get out the club now. They want to get out the streets because they all say, well, I didn't have my fun now. So I'm ready to get married now because most of my friends are probably married, or then again, most of her friends might be single right along with her. But it's going to be a few of her friends that's going to get married. She's going to go to somebody's wedding, and that's going to urge her even more to aspire to be married, or to get married, I should say, because by this time, she that probably been ran through, And see, the problem with that is most guys with standards, most guys, I would say, with a little bit of class and that feels good about himself, he doesn't want a woman with a high body count. That's the problem. That's the problem that women have when they waste their youth. And they go out there and party and you're smoking and you're getting high and you're running through guys and you're getting train ran on you. And, why not meet a guy in your 20s, get to know this guy, grow together, and build something together and have a family? Why not do that? No, can't do that. That's bored. He's too bored. I want to hang with my friends. So that's the mentality of a lot of women today. The majority of these women are going to end up by themselves, sad, lonely, with a couple kids. That's what's going to happen with a lot of these women. That's what's going to happen. And some of them going to end up with a dog with no kids. But most of them are going to have one or two kids. They'll end up raising the kids by themselves. And then when the kids become adults, they're going to move on. They're going to be gone, and she's going to be in the house by herself. And she's not going to be a good example for those kids. And who knows how the relationship between her and the child's father is going to be. Because if the relationship with her and the child's father is not good, that's going to affect the relationship with the kids. Now, you might say, well, it shouldn't be that way, but God damn it, that's how it is. That's how it is most of the time, because, for example, if the mother was a booty call and she gets pregnant by that guy, and they didn't really have a relationship anyway, it was just a one night thing. Maybe he hit it twice. It was kind of like, hey, he met her at the club and, he like, whoop, whoop. He probably spit some game at her and he got the phone number. He might have called her once or twice. They didn't really talk much over the telephone. And then maybe he was at the club one night and he remembered that he met her there. It's after 1. He calls her up. She's at home. She just happened to be home. He was like, yo, why don't I just come over there? I'll leave here in like 30 minutes or as soon as I can, since you live right around the corner or whatever. So he goes over there, blaze her up. Couple weeks later, she finds out she's pregnant just like that. Now, they never established no type of relationship. They're just having fun. And now this kid has to suffer because of these two people just having fun. And I feel bad for the kid because that kid ain't got a chance in hell. You got two so-called adults that just had a little fun one night. They don't really like each other, and it's going to show real fast because, a lot of people can be very cold if they don't really have if they don't really like each other or establish a relationship. People can be very cold. You know, if the woman says, "Hey, hey, I'm pregnant," what you telling me that for? It ain't mine.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
You know, the guy might say something like that. And then the woman, if she get pregnant, this is another example. If the woman gets pregnant, she might not tell the guy anything. She'll say, "I'm not saying anything. I'm just going to get an abortion." She'll tell him she got an abortion after the abortion. Damn. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say people can be very cold. You know, they do little scandalous shit like this. And it's because there's nothing there. It's just smash and go. You know? And that's not the business. That's not really that's just not a good way to be, man. You know, me personally, I never really got down like that. Every person that I laid down with, there was something about them that I liked. You know, I ain't got a heart like Hitler. Yeah, I can't lay down with any woman and just bust off and keep it moving. You know, I can't lay down with a woman if I don't like her. That's just me. But you got some heartless you got some cold-blooded motherfuckers out here. You know, men and women. Men and women out here like that, man. But you gotta be careful, because a lot of times these types of people that's cold like that, they'll prey on somebody like me. So I see it, I can spot it a mile away. I know what type of person you are. But that ain't gonna work over here. Because you gotta be careful with a lot of these people. You know, this is why certain people should date with a purpose. You shouldn't date for fun. Don't do it. Because some people can't function in that way. Some people don't got no street etiquette. Some people don't have no game. If you don't have no street etiquette, no street smarts, they're gonna eat you alive out here, man. So you're better off dating with a purpose. That's it. You know what you want and where to look for that. And get to know men or women one at a time. One at a time, like they do in Hollywood. No. One at a time, like they're doing in Hollywood, you know? When a lot of times when men and women try to date multiple people, man, that shit end up being a train wreck, man. They don't know what they're doing, man. You know, they're like that don't work out good for a lot of people. So don't stick to what you're good at. That's the point I'm trying to make. Stick to what you're good at, man. You know. But that's most women's game, bro. Most women's game is to have fun, go through their what some people might call stages. Everybody go through stages. You've heard people say that. Hey, men and women, we go through stages. Yo, that's bullshit. Everybody don't go through stages. like that. A whole stage. Yo, cut the crap out, man. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's just a way to justify bad behavior. or come on. Or justify not taking responsibility for your behavior. That's what it's really all about. There's no whole stage. There's no. Everybody don't go through that. That's like, I don't know a lot of people it's like that. I didn't grow up with a lot of people that went through stages like that. Today, yeah. But when I was growing up, no. Everybody went wide open like that. Now you always got a couple holes in the neighborhood now. Don't get it twisted, but the majority of women weren't holes back when I was growing up. That was only a small percentage of women. So that, I call BS on that. You go through a whole stage. No, that's crap. So women want to go through that stage, the whole stage, and then they want to settle down in the late 30s. And even, but the thing is, there's always, if the woman is halfway decent, there's always going to be some simp dude, butt kissing dude that's going to come along and be like, I know she got 2 kids, but she still look good though. And see, this is the problem. This is the problem with a lot of guys. It's like, she still look good though. Shut up.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
That's the problem, And a lot of guys have a problem with that. Because a lot of guys will say, well, wait a minute now. You done got ran through by all these goddamn dudes. You fucked the father and the son. And now you want me to come in and be like the what they call you be like the cleanup man. Yeah. Want me to come and be the cleanup man and take care of somebody else's responsibilities. Now the guy said, oh no, I ain't the one. I ain't the one. I ain't doing that now. But you got a small percentage of guys that are willing to do it if she look halfway decent. I'm not gonna do that, but there's a lot of guys willing. There's some guys willing to do that. If she look good, the heck with it. Let's go. Shit. I ain't got no kids. Especially if she's willing to have another kid, because if he ain't got no kids, he's all in then, boy. And he probably got 2 kids. That's even better. You got 2 kids and she got 2 kids. Oh, this is a blended family. This is a match made in heaven. Cool. That's what these dudes are doing out here. So women don't have to change because it seems like regardless of whatever they do, they still get rewarded. And that's the problem. That's why women are not going to change. What for? There's no incentive to change. Why? Hell. I mean, look at Kim K. Almost every guy know a woman like Kim K. Where they from? Today. And guys still be trying to get at them. They always got a guy around. You can say, well, the reason why they got guys around because they look good and they're easy. So what? That's all it takes? Look good and she easy to smash? You don't got no, this is what I mean when I say guys don't got no standards. You're not willing to work. You're not willing to talk to a woman that's better than her, that has better morals than her, that's not out of pocket. Now, maybe that woman don't look as good as the loose girl, you know? But you probably have to talk a little bit more and spend a little bit more time. You can do the same thing to both women, but you're not willing to talk and spend more time with the other woman. You know why? Because a lot of guys are lazy. That's why they're lazy. They want everything easy, fast, damn near instant. 5 minutes from now. They're lazy. That's why they go for the easy smash. That's the truth. That's the truth, man. No one's gonna say it, but that's really the truth. That's why, they complain about women all the time. But if guys wouldn't respond to these same women that they complain about, women would adapt, change up. But that's not the case, as we can see. So women have no reason to change. What for? Based on the environment says that, hey, I can keep doing what I'm doing. Even if I need financial assistance from the government, I can keep doing what I'm doing. Plus, I can get help from a couple of these guys too. As long as I look halfway decent, I'm good. Even if I got a couple kids. And eventually, I'll still get married to some sucker out here. And I'll be able to get my way and do what I want to do. I'll wear the pants in the relationship. And we'll live happily ever after. And if it comes a time where I'm not wearing the pants in a relationship, he got to go. I'll find another one. Yep, he got to go. I'll find another one just like I did with him. And this is why a lot of women don't respect a man's leadership. Because a lot of guys are not consistent. The one thing that has to be constant in a woman's life is you as a man. Because, most women, they're kind of all over the place. One day is this, 1 month is that, 2 weeks later is this, 6 months is that, 2 years is this, 5 years is that. But the one constant thing has to be you as a man. And a lot of guys are not constant, not consistent at all. And a lot of guys are not leading by example either. That's another thing. A lot of guys need to get their balls back. A lot of guys have. Let me tell you something. A lot of guys do before they get married. Before they get married, they'll do everything it takes to get the woman, to be with him, get married to him, have kids. But somehow when they get married, down the road, a lot of guys get a little complacent. Most people do, men and women. But it's really a problem when a guy gets complacent. Because you're the leader of the family, whether you like it or not. You can play that game let a woman take the lead or whatever all you want. It ain't gonna last. But a lot of guys start becoming complacent, and they become a simp. They become the type of guy where he's trying to do everything in his power to please her. He's on his hands and knees. He wasn't doing that in the beginning, though. But somehow it kind of changed over 5-7 years in. He ain't that dude. He's damn near broken. He's like damn near broken. He's like broken spirit. Something happened to a lot of these guys. It's like they don't even know each other no more. It feels that way. And a lot of women will say this too. They might not admit it to you, but they'll tell their friends, we're not connected. Something is wrong. I don't know, and this has a lot to do with a lot of women. See, a lot of women will go through the motions, her daily duties, whatever that includes. This is why a lot of women will fake orgasm, because she was like, we're married. Look, I got to do the do. That comes with the territory. It is what it is, right? Some women look at it like that. Then you got some women will be like, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women have that attitude as well. But most women having sex with a husband, that's just a part of the deal. Fake it till you make it, whatever. Or fake the whole thing, whatever. But they're gonna do it anyway. They might hate it, but they're gonna do it anyway, right? That's a lot of women are like that. I would say most women are like that, even if they have to fake it. So I think that's horrible. That's a horrible thing to do to a guy. And even some guys, they kind of go along. They go through the routine too, but they go about it differently. Some guys have to have a drink because they're not attracted to the wife no more. Maybe she picked up weight, or maybe she just don't look good no more. He ain't attracted to her no more. So a lot of guys have to have a drink, sniff a little coke, men and women. I've heard women say, I have to sniff a little coke. Damn. I mean, that's horrible, man. You got to do drugs to lay down with the person you've been knowing for 10, 15, 20 years. Oh, that's horrible, man. It happens a lot, more than you think. But it happens, man. You know, it happens, man. You know, so a lot of dudes be like, look, they don't know where things went wrong at. But if you ask them a couple questions, I'll be like, I can tell you where things went wrong at. You became a simp. You became a butt-kissing simp. A people pleaser. That's what you became. Whether you knew it or not. Nobody respects people pleasers. You became the nice man. Yeah. You became the nice man. And that's when the relationship goes down the tube, when you become a people pleaser. You know? She might not leave you, but she won't respect you. And eventually somebody else gonna be knocking that back out eventually. You know, you might be saying, well, I'm doing my thing too, but she gonna be doing her thing too eventually. You know, and what usually happens, well, today, especially today, when the kids start getting older, or maybe they might move out and go to college or whatever they decide to do. Once the kids is gone, well, y'all don't need to be together no more. Because y'all don't have nothing in common anyway. Y'all grew apart. So y'all don't have no purpose to be together anymore. And this is where the divorces come in at. And a woman will put in for the divorce because that's what they do the majority of the time. And it really makes sense if you really think about it, though. Because she ain't feeling you no more. Because you dropped the ball. I'm not saying all guys go through this, but a lot of them do. This don't happen to all guys that get a divorce, but I would say a large percentage. You know, you drop the ball. And a lot of guys probably don't want to hear that. But you bear some. Now the woman bears some responsibility now. You know, this ain't no goddamn. You can't let the women get away without taking some accountability. They do bear some responsibility, just as a woman. You know, and a lot of women let themselves get away when they get older. They start putting on weight. They come to the bed looking like grandma. Damn. When y'all first got together, boy, she was hot. Woo! She was a fine, sexy mama. Hot mama. When y'all first got together, like the first 5, even when y'all got married, the first 5, 7, 10 years, oh boy, she was a fine senorita, mamacita. She was fine like Halle Berry, right? And boy, look at her when she come to bed now. She looked like grandma. She looked like grandma when she come to bed now. You start having flashbacks like you start having flashbacks like, damn, you remind me of my grandmother. And that leave a bad kind of a bad taste in your mouth because you don't want to look at your wife or your living girlfriend like your grandma or your mama. So now you're having conflicting thoughts. Like, oh, shit. You know, I don't want to I don't want to look at you like my mama or my grandma. Oh man, you know. Now you all messed up now, boy. And this really bothers you. It bothers it would bother me too if this happened to me. You know? It really would, man. I'm like, come on, man. I didn't sign up for this. And you try to talk to her or whatever, that usually don't go nowhere. The reason why I don't go nowhere is because she feels like she don't have to listen to you no more because you're not the authority, because you're not representing out here. You dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. She ain't gonna listen to you no more because you're not the guy that you used to be in the beginning. At some point, you have you lost you lost your I would say you ooh. At some point during the relationship, marriage, etc., you lost your manhood. I would say, you know, you might have done something she didn't like, or maybe it was a combination of things. Who knows? But you stopped being the leader that you was. And this is why a lot of women, the majority of the times, don't follow guys. This is why they don't respect the leadership of most men. Now, there's some women that they toe up to the flow up, you know. But that's a very small percentage of women. Even the most masculine woman, if you're that dude, she'll get in line. She'll get in line if you're that dude. But that same woman will code switch. So, for example, she might be cool with you, but if some other guy is a butt kissing buffoon, she'll disrespect him in front of you sometimes. That's how it is. That's how a lot of women, masculine women, are like that. Let's take the comedian Monique. Monique is a good example of this. She's masculine as hell. But to her husband, she'll roll out the red carpet for that man. I think she'll take a bullet for that man. But any other man, oh, she's cold, very disrespectful. Oh, man. I'm telling you. Saw the way she did Charlamagne when she went on the Breakfast Club? She don't do her husband like that, though. She like switch real quick. So it is what it is, man. You know, you don't have to like it. But at some point, you're gonna run into a woman with these types of attitudes. And it's probably gonna be on your job. Because a lot of these masculine ass women, you work with them. Well, a lot of them are supervisors now. They're supervisors, they're in management positions and all that stuff now. So you're gonna have to deal with these women, these masculine ass women. At some point, you can't run. You can hide, but you can't run. They're gonna be at your job. You're gonna meet them at the clubs. They're gonna be there. They're gonna be at the airport. You're gonna run into these women. So you're gonna have to learn how to deal with them. At some point, you're gonna run into them. You got them in your family, more than likely. Your cousins that show up during the holidays. You can't run from these masculine ass women. Shit. You had to deal with them. Yeah, you might say, well, I'm gonna be around them that long. Okay. But if you have to work that job, you have to be around them much longer than you think, or at least until you find another job. You know? What's up, Russell Reynolds Design? What up? Yeah, that's usually how it go, man. Yeah, don't forget to check out the Patreon, man. Eventually, you're gonna have to deal with these women. You're gonna run into them. You can't hide from it's very difficult to hide from people unless you're work from home or you off the grid or you got your own business. Even if you got your own business, you might have to hire somebody and they're gonna have the same type of attitude. Women know how to mask who they are very well. So if you don't know, you might not know what to look for. The signs are there. You might get caught up in how she looked when she shows up for the interview. If you have to hire somebody, if you have a business, you might, because women they know how to they know how to behave when they go for an interview or when they work a job. Yeah, they know how to do it way better than guys. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at playing politics at all on these jobs. I'm horrible at it. That's not my strength. No. You know. That's how it is, man. So I'm gonna put the link in here, man. Anything you want to talk about, just come on. We can have a conversation. You know? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, smash the like button, share the video. You know? Otherwise, I'll probably get off here, man. It's almost 10 o'clock. Yeah, then this is usually the time that I usually get off at about a 1 hour mark. You know? Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with women at some point, you know. Yo,
Hey, good
going
evening.
down.
Nothing much. I agree with everything you said. I could see where that has happened, especially with guys who are simping and whatnot. Remember one thing: simps aren't born that way, they're created, and not just by their mamas. Remember, there's the women and there's alphas, and everybody plays their part.
Oh
You
yeah.
can't you can't say that you're an alpha and you all this shit and why aren't you acting this way when you're telling them bad shit about us and then act like, oh, it's okay. Why don't you get stronger over this and that? That's not going to happen. There's things that you can't change about yourself. you know, and I'm like, well, how am I supposed to overcome something that I can't change? You know, I have to give up something to get something. And I don't want to do that. I honestly don't want to do that. But at the same time, I get what you're saying. And no woman's going to deal with you like that. None. None. You have to be strong on your own. And you can't
Yeah.
give them any leeway because they're going to just take you down anyway. Anyway.
Yeah.
Also, I agree with you about them being in the office like that. I've had a few of them, and I'm like, if we weren't here and you were wearing a military uniform, I'd knock you the fuck out. We were on opposing sides. You need to shut the fuck up. And I don't understand. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I do not understand why they're doing that these days. I, you can't just blame it on them getting macho and all this other stuff. Once again, they listening to the wrong guy, beefing them up and thinking that's the way they got their position and how they control their office. But if you ever look in that person's office, they don't talk to people like that. They don't say stuff like that to them
All
because
right.
he's going to get his ass whooped in the middle of the floor. And the HR is going to ask, why did you do that? And it's like, what did he say out of his mouth? But I can't do that with this woman, you know. But because the truth is, no matter what I say, they're going to take her side in this day and age. I'm like, if I knew what I knew now, I tell them, look, get me from under this woman now. She's abusing me. I'm done. If
Yeah.
you let it continue, I'm done. I will sue your ass.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I'm not gonna. No, no, not never again. If I'm working with somebody, never again. You're gonna have to call her away. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. You're gonna pay me for being out of here. That's just it.
Yeah. Usually in a job situation, and a lot of these women are super aggressive, boy, towards
Um,
guys, towards men and women. They're doing things in the office, bro, that they would never do outside.
well,
I've seen it.
yeah,
And,
yeah. They
and
also pull this shit on the street too.
I know I never seen it. No, no.
They'll try to pull it on the
They see
street, but
you
you know,
if they
you
see
look
you
at them
on
a certain way.
if they see you on the street, they don't say anything. They act like you
Hmm.
invisible. And
Hmm.
and if you see management, they already know about it. They
Oh
they
yeah. Huh?
they know that they're gonna screw up at some point. You know.
Because other women have talked shit about her too.
Yeah.
The
So
only gonna.
if you want to keep your job, you're gonna have to go to management and tell them, hey, could you put me someplace else? Because I can't keep
No,
working with. That's
don't don't
usually
don't
what
even don't even do that. Don't do that. That's bad advice. Don't do that because then they're gonna tell her, and then she's gonna cause problems with you more. No, there's nothing on record. No, and then that manager's gonna say, "Oh well, we talked to her about it," or "No, she said she wouldn't do it anymore," and there's nothing on record that backs you up. You need to go on ahead and call HR. That's what she would do. First time
no,
somebody talked back to her, she would
my
call HR.
HR is a waste of time.
Well, hey, as long as it's on record, that's all I want. I
Uh,
send them some mail and I'll send it to myself at the same time, my CC, and I'll tell them over the phone. If they can't handle it, we're done. Give me my money.
and personally, I mean, if I most of the time, man, I just move on. I'm out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm out.
I would dip out, but I'm telling you, it was just crazy. And I was working with a big telecom company. And I'm like, you're acting like this
Oh
at a
yeah,
job? Seriously?
yeah.
Just get your paycheck and shut the fuck up.
And
Stop looking stop looking for a problem. Stop trying to make someone a problem. You got all these people being problems around here. Talk to them. Don't talk to me. You got a
yeah,
problem with me? We can go outside. You want to act like a man? Let's go outside. Let's go outside. I'll
ain't
call one
going,
of my cousins. She's gonna whip your ass in a minute. We
ain't
can
going,
do that.
ain't
I have
going.
a cousin. I have a cousin that'll come drive down there and whip your ass in the parking lot.
Ain't doing.
Just just to make sure that you feel like you're the woman you think you are.
Ain't doing
I
that.
don't.
Uh-uh.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But
It's more of it's a control thing.
yeah,
That's what it really.
yeah.
That's what it's really all about. You know, because I remember one time. I give you an example. One time, I was working at security at Bank of America. Right. This was like a
Hmm.
long time ago, like 10, 12 years ago.
Right.
And the woman was the supervisor was a woman,
Hmm.
and I would never say. I would never have a conversation where I would say, "Hi, how you doing?" or whatever, and I keep it moving, right? And this went on for like maybe 5, 6 months, and
Hmm.
I had 1 month left, and well, no, I actually had 3 weeks left, yeah, and that really bothered her, boy, that I would never have a conversation with her. And somebody came back and told me, they said, "Yeah, that really, I don't know what you did to her, man," I said to her, but boy, she really has a problem with you. I'm like, I never even talked to her. I just speak and keep it cordial and keep it moving and go to do my job. What's the problem? They say, I don't
Yeah.
know, boy. And then all of a sudden she tried to pull a fast one and tried to say I volunteered for overtime. So she switched my name on the board, and I'm like, I didn't say that. I don't know nothing about that. So it was time to so it was time at 11 o'clock. It was time to leave, right? Go home.
Right.
So
Right.
I saw it at 10:55. So I'm like, no, I'm not staying. I don't know nothing about that. You know what? I don't. Nobody told me nothing about it. She didn't tell me about it. I'm out of here. Now keep in
Right.
mind, I got 3 weeks left. I'm gone.
Right. Right.
So as I'm walking out, she made a scene. She got
Yeah.
loud
Yeah.
and in front of people. So I don't know what's wrong with her, but I'm going home. I don't know. Right. And then
Hmm.
the other two coworkers was like, yo, man, don't leave, man. You lose your job. I said, bro, I'm leaving in 3 weeks anyway, man. It's all good, bro. Just relax. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, look, I don't know. And then so the next day I come in, right?
Uh-huh.
The supervisor, who was supervisor, man, the manager called
Hmm.
me in, say I need to talk to you. Right.
Hmm.
So he
Yep.
was like, well, what happened last night? I said, nothing happened. I said, I just saw that she switched my name out, and I didn't know nothing about it. So I said, hey man, I can't do the last minute thing. You got to give me at least 2, 3 hours in advance. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not 5 minutes. Not as soon as I go down to the control room, I see my name. I'm like, bro, I got to go. Somebody's waiting for me outside. I can't. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was like, oh, okay, whatever. So now, instead of being at my normal position,
Uh-huh.
I'm at the visitor's desk in the lobby. I'm at the visitor's desk in the lobby, yo, for the next, what, 2
3
weeks?
weeks.
2 weeks, right? And
Yeah.
then she finds out a week later, she finds out that I'm leaving. And then she was like, does me leaving have anything to do with what happened between me and her? And I said, no, I was leaving anyway. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, okay, whatever. So somebody came back to me the last week of me leaving. He was like, yo, man, I think the problem you had with you, bro, is you wouldn't talk to her. And she liked you. I said,
Yeah, I thought she
you
wanted
got a
to blow your
friend?
back. She wanted you to blow her back out.
Yeah.
She done
Well,
heard about you through the
I don't know how.
grapevine.
I don't know how. But I told him, I said, well, she picked a strange way of going about doing it. You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
know.
Because
They just remember. Go ahead.
we don't trying to get somebody's attention through conflict
Right.
doesn't work.
Right. Right.
That doesn't work. You know. So that's what happened with me, man.
That type of I'm not going to give in. I'm going to keep doing stuff to. I don't like that. I don't know why they do that, but it's just insane. They must have learned it from their some guy pulling on their hair in kindergarten.
They learn it from their mother.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's what they
I'm like,
learn.
what, why would you do something like that? That's certainly not intelligent. You don't know who you're dealing with standing right there. They could be somebody suffering from PTSD. Then what are you going to do? There's nothing you can say to him. You know what you did. Now you got a big fat lip and a black eye, and they're not going to get rid of him. They're just going to give him some more medication, tell you to leave him alone.
Yeah.
So, or make you lose your job because you're a problem.
Well,
Military's going to cover him.
she ended up. Well, you know what? She ended up getting fired 6 months after I left.
Yeah, I believe it.
There's a conflict. She doesn't know how she doesn't know how to go about things in a calm way. That's what I think. Everything is always, it's either drastic or she just playing a role.
Well, that's one type. The other type I've seen is the Jada Pinkett type, and she always has a plan. She always has a game plan, and she gonna fuck with you. She's gonna make sure you're in line. She's gonna make sure you don't leave, and she's gonna make sure she'll figure out how to get you to stay there. Just enough to fuck with you, and then real.
Those are the women that manipulate men.
Right.
Yeah. You can.
Oh,
you can. Yeah, you can
before
pretty
I
much.
go, because I'm at 1%.
Oh, God.
Notice that new gun law they got out there is going to be against black people.
Oh, what's the new gun law?
Some of it might require psychological background checks. So you're going to have to go see somebody for it. Hey, we're in a community that's been harassed for so long. How are you not going to have something wrong with you?
Exactly.
I mean, think about this. Something's going to be wrong. And they're going to look for a way to keep you from having a weapon.
Yeah.
You know what? We all need to buy AR-15s within the next month. Buy a whole bunch of guns. It's like, we need to control this shit.
Oh, this federal?
Yeah.
Shit. We'll see how that go.
Well, we use it for hunting. I'm like, you want to ruin that deer meat. It's full of all sorts of stuff from in that deer's guts.
Sorry for hunting, huh? Okay.
Yeah. It's all sorts of maggots all in that meat.
Hey, they might not be hunting animals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say that is more than likely. Because what would be the purpose? Just as you told me, like one of your aunts or whatever, or grand aunts disappeared. A lot of people have been disappearing off of the last 100 years. They need to answer for that. They have to have some form of answer. We were there was one of them and there was 9 of us for each person. There was 9 of us for each one of them. Now all of a sudden we're what? Supposedly what? 300,000 or 32 million? How'd that happen? Even if they left, that number doesn't make sense.
Nah, a lot of black people are off the grid too.
Yeah, that's true too.
A lot of black people, they don't do they're unaccounted.
Census or anything like that. No, I know.
I don't even do it.
But then at the same time, still, there is some form of you being accounted for, or at least being seen.
Yeah.
And then they're not. And if we're the most people in the prisons in the United States, and there's 2 million people in the United States in the prisons, what are you trying to say? If we're 60% of it, and there's only 200,000 of us, then what are you talking about? Because that would mean that at least 900,000, 800,000 is us.
No,
Those numbers don't make sense.
No, this is how think about it like this. Whatever number they give,
That's what it is.
double the number. That's how I do it. Yeah. Anything. Just anything. Yeah.
Be honest, I think they kidnap these women to get them as wives, man, because there's nothing else there's no other reason. They're killing black men out in the woods and they taking these women. And some of these dudes that are claiming, I hate black people and all this other stuff. Like this one that was with Anderson Cooper talking about somebody being on a corner, a black man on the corner shaking a can or something like that. I said, you motherfucker, I got family member that looks just like you, a week ago. Everything in the face. You're black. You don't know you're black, but you're black. Why would you say something like that? And I'm like, they don't even know what they are. They actually don't. But never mind. My phone's about to die. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you like
man.
that.
Take it easy.
All right. Bye.
Well, there you have it. Another episode. Like, share the episode. And don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. And don't forget to check out the Patreon as well. I got a lot of interviews on my Patreon that I don't have on my podcast and I don't have on my YouTube channel. So I think you'll be surprised if you take a look at the Patreon. I got some interviews in there. Bangers. You know what I'm talking about? Like for real. And one last thing. I can't, if I can find it. Guess not. If you ever bought any of my books, I appreciate it if you left me a review on Amazon.com. I'm trying to get my reviews up. I've been I got like 25, 30 reviews already on my book Love Can't Wait. And I got three reviews on Boss Life Secrets. So if you ever bought any of my books, I'd appreciate it if you left me a review and screenshot your review and email it to me, and I'll send you over something that I've never shared with anybody, ever. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it if you do that. Like, share this episode, and all that good stuff. And until next time, man, I'm out. Did you like that video? If you want more of that, it's right here. Boss Life Secrets on Amazon.com. And share this video. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.